The house smelled like cinnamon and pine, the kind of artificial warmth that tries to convince you everything is fine. It used to be my grandparents' place. After they passed, the paperwork became complicated. Eventually, it landed in my name. I never made a speech about it. I just kept paying the taxes, the insurance, the maintenance. My parents still called it the family house. I let them. Christmas there had always been loud. This year felt rehearsed. My brother Cameron was standing near the fireplace when my daughter and I walked in. He gave me a look that wasn't surprise exactly. More like inconvenience. We hadn't been to the last 2 gatherings. Work, scheduling conflicts. That's what I'd told everyone. The truth was simpler. I was tired of being the easy target since my divorce. My daughter Aisha held my hand a little tighter than usual. Cameron lifted his glass. "Oh, you came." I nodded. "It's Christmas." He smiled, thin, deliberate. "Today is a family celebration. Why did you even come?" He didn't whisper it. He projected it lightly, as if it were harmless humor. A couple of cousins laughed automatically. My mother adjusted the plates on the dining table as if she hadn't heard. My father focused intensely on slicing cake. Silence can be louder than insults. I felt the familiar instinct rise, to deflect, to joke back, to keep the room smooth. That reflex had protected everyone but me for years. Then I looked down at Aisha. She was staring at the floor. Not confused. Embarrassed. That did something different inside me. I crouched slightly so we were at eye level. "All right," I said quietly. Not to Kamran. To the room. I stood up, took her hand, and walked to the door. No speech, no slammed exit, just absence. Behind us, someone called my name weakly. It didn't sound like concern. It sounded like discomfort. Outside, the air was sharp. Aisha's shoulders relaxed once the door closed. "Did we do something wrong?" she asked. "No," I said. "Sometimes people get used to saying things they shouldn't. That doesn't mean we have to stay and listen." She thought about that as we got into the car. I didn't start the engine right away. I just sat there, hands on the wheel, feeling something settle. Not anger, not triumph, just clarity. My phone buzzed. "Kamran." I let it ring. Then my mother. On the 4th call, I answered. "What did you do?" My mother asked immediately. "No greeting." "I left," I said. "No, the system. Why is the alarm activating? The door's just locked. People can't get back in from the patio." I glanced at the dashboard clock. 7:30 p.m. of course. When I took ownership of the house, the insurance company required a timed security protocol for events exceeding a certain guest count. I'd explained it before, multiple times. If I wasn't present as the registered host, the system would auto-secure after a set period unless manually overridden through the management app. Every year, I'd stayed late to avoid exactly this. Tonight, I hadn't. "It's automated," I said evenly. "You know that." Guests were murmuring in the background. Someone tugged at a locked handle. A chime sounded faintly through the phone. My father's voice came on. "Can you override it?" "I can." A pause. "Please don't cancel the party." My mother said, her tone suddenly fragile. "People are here." The word cancel sat strangely in the air, as if I'd stormed out with a plan. I hadn't. The property management company called through on the other line. I switched over. "Mr. Khan," the representative said, formal and clear. "The system has initiated event closure due to host departure. Do you authorize a temporary override?" There it was, concrete.
Official, not emotional. Yes,
I said after a second. "Override for tonight. 4 hours. Confirmed." I switched back to my parents. "It's handled," I said. "But going forward, if you're hosting, we'll need a written request, and I won't be staying just to satisfy an insurance clause." Silence again. Different this time. My brother's voice appeared in the background. "Lower now."
is he fixing it?
My mother said. Then, closer to the phone, "You didn't have to make a scene." I almost laughed at that. I left. Another pause, this one heavier. "We'll talk later," my father said. "Okay." I ended the call. Aisha watched me carefully. "Are they mad?" "Probably," I said. But that's not the same as being wrong. She nodded slowly, absorbing it. We drove to a small cafe that was still open. Ordered hot chocolate, no decorations, no audience. My phone stayed quiet after that. I knew tomorrow would bring explanations. Maybe softened words, maybe subtle blame. Families don't transform in a single evening. But something had shifted. For years, I'd mistaken access for belonging. I'd thought keeping the peace meant enduring the small humiliations so everyone else could stay comfortable. Tonight, I left instead. Not to punish them. To show my daughter that silence doesn't have to be inherited. The house would still stand tomorrow. The lights would come down. The tree would be thrown out. Christmas would pass. What changed was simpler. They now understood that my presence and my generosity were choices, not obligation.